Sure.
Good evening, Kenya. This is Kenya News Alerts with your host, House of Zulfa, ndani ya show ya Government and History. This is a show where we talk about all the things that have happened in the history of Kenya. Okay, after we're done with Kenya, we're going to go to Tanzania maybe, and South Africa and Uganda, but for now we are right here in Kenya. And today I have two guests. Mungu ametubariki jamani. Sawa, leo tuna guest wawili ambao watajiintroduce just right now, so tell us.
Hello everyone, I'm Lewis Philip. Welcome to Government and History, and I hope you had a good lunchtime and you're having a good evening.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello guys, Felix Andrew.
Okay, you're welcome.
I'm a plain son. And then show Government and History.
Karibu. So we are comparing the two leaderships, yes?
Yeah,
Ruto and Moi, because people have been talking and they're like, is Mr. Samoei bringing the same leadership we had na Moi? Okay, so let us know about Moi's leadership and then we can know about this leadership. Okay, so Mr. Philip,
yes,
take us to Moi. Tell us about Moi.
so last time we checked and we saw some part of the background of Moi. We saw that he was born in 1924, 2nd September, and he died on 4th February 2020.
Died?
Yeah.
You don't mbali.
No, it was just a recap. It's just a recap. And we saw that he was married to Lena Moi, and they had 8 children, including the former senator, Mr. Gideon Moi.
Where is that person gone to?
He's still a senator. Yeah, so and we saw today we are going to see how Kanu and Kadu came together, and we saw how his education at an AIC church. We saw how he rised from an orphan, dark, handsome, tall, and orphaned boy to a husband and a father, to a teacher. Yeah, so today we are going to see his early life and entry into politics, being vice president, and later being the president of our beloved country, Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mr. Felix, yes, you've had last time we did about Raila and we saw how the government was back then. Kidogo ukiongea vibaya tu hivi president afeel wewe kwanza umebonga vibaya, unaona, you were done with. So how ukicompare, you saw how Gen Zs were being killed and kidnapped, and it's like you're going back there to that era. So tell us, what is your opinions? Is it two leaderships? Yeah, these two eras, are they the same?
Personally, I can say that they are similar but not the same, whereby these people do share some aspects which seem to affect the citizen similarly during the current time and during the Moi era. But what I think, these people they have got their own limitations that they could not even try to escape. Yeah, maybe you may need to acquire more information from me unless you be specific for me to give you the information you may need.
No, the question is, yes, back then Moi also didn't want any suggestions when it comes to his government, okay, and he ignored, and anyone who tried to come in between, they were
Executed.
So do you think it's the same? Because we had wakati wa Gen Z maandamano, some activists were killed and others were kidnapped, and tortured and intimidated, and psychologically actually tortured.
Like
so that's the question.
Like this guy who was said, and I quote, alishikwa makenda, alifinywa makenda. So you can imagine what kind of life those people are living. They were like ukitaka ukibonga tu kidogo, then you know that your testicles are in trouble with the government of Kenya. So is it the same between Moi and Ruto, according to you?
Yeah, sure. It is the same. The main reason which can make me say it's the same. Let's remember this man by the name Raila Odinga. He was tortured during Moi.
Yeah.
Alifinyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, huyo kweli alifinywa.
Alifinyo. At what? Yes.
Yeah.
At what age?
Mpaka akimbia akaenda.
At what age? By that time he was Raila.
He was, I think that is something. He was still a young man, just newly married. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. But you know he tried here to overthrow the government, yes?
Yeah.
But why was he overthrowing that government?
Because it was he felt that we saw last time we saw that he felt that the oppression was too much for Kenyans to handle. You know, Raila has always had the interest of the country in his heart, so he was trying to do what he always does best, figuring a way to save this country, his motherland. And you cannot just sit while watching your motherland going all through all this sugar honey iced tea. So yeah, there is that for a fact.
You know, people say that hata kama ilikuwa aje, some people wanasema the people who try to rebel against Mr. Samoei were not angels too. Sawa, they were bad people also. Unaona?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Na sisi bado tunasema people who are rebelling against Mr. Ruto, are they still bad people too? Ama they are trying to fight for their rights?
Okay, these are people who are trying to fight for their rights. They are not bad people. They are people who are trying to see a better future for their country. What do you think, Mr. Felix?
When it comes to that point, I cannot say that they are good or bad people. But the fact is, they are trying to they are trying to strive for the best, and they want to have what they deserve. Yes, they want to get what they deserve. So by maybe having a rebellion over something concerning the president and his leadership, I'll never say that will be.
You know, people are saying, let me read this, quoting Mr. Mutuma Madhigu. Okay, he says that he wrote a whole article about the era of Moi. So anasema, what you need to know, even in our most fierce fight against Mr. Moi, we may have questioned his humanity. I want you to catch those words.
Yeah.
We may have questioned his humanity, but I never recall anyone seriously questioning his patriotism. So people were saying that he was a patriotic leader. Maybe he just didn't care for humanity. Like, I could off you any moment.
Yeah.
Like, ukicheza tu hivi I will off you, but I am loyal to this country.
Yeah.
So what matters? Which one is better? To be you are a humanitarian but your country is failing, ama to be so patriotic, you know, and and your
country is suffering.
Is good.
Okay.
Ukwe humanitarian lakini ukwewe si patriotic. Ama ukwe patriotic na ukwewe you're not humanitarian. Which one is good?
According to me, during that time, we learned that scientifically, not economically, not scientifically, economically, Kenya was in a good place. It was in a very, very perfect place because it was in the same GDP, GDP as the Chinese by then. So the gross the money in Kenya would buy China, you know. But with that, we know that, and with the fact that he was a patriotic man. Right now, you talk, you are dead. you even don't talk, you're still dead, because where will you get money to eat? Like right now, the current situation, ile time ya Moi ulikuwa unapata kuna pesa hata kama Moi yako aje, unaona. Kitu tu watu wanafinyiliwa ni they don't have freedom of speech. Media is under the president, you know, like you don't have freedom of so many things. So it is better the time that they did not have freedom of almost 1,000 things, but they could afford a meal in their tables. They could afford water
back then.
They could afford school fees. But right now, nothing as such is afforded. And when you try to stand up and claim you want to take your children to school and you want the money to do so, it is a crime.
It is a crime.
And not taking them to school, it is still a crime. Fighting for them to go to school, it is still a crime. So which is which part are we going with? Are we going with the part that they are fighting for the president, or the president is just interested in filling his pockets for the 10 or for the 5 years or 10 years, according to how Kenyan will see it, that he will be in power? Tunataka tu kumridhisha, kumtajirisha.
So the question is, yes, we want to compare these two regimes. Yes, we want to compare them and see, you know, people wanasema ya kwamba yes, Moi wasn't all that good, but he really was really a patriotic leader and he loved this country, and he did all that because those kumbuka maziwa ya Nyayo sana. People kumbuka that, and even Sauti Sol sang about maziwa ya Nyayo. Sawa. And but then mbona alikuwa amekatalia kwa kiti? That is a question.
Power.
Now for 24 years, it is 2 decades and something. Kama angetolewa huo mwaka. So
power is sweet, my dear. If there is something, I remember pia mimi nikiwa high school, the nini hizo hiyo tamu ya kuwa prefect, ukiingia jikoni upangi laini. Chakula yako iko ni top layer, your food is separate from the others, you know. So power and what it comes with, the benefits of power, they can be addictive. And no matter how much you want to live it, you can't. You just feel like you need it more.
So Mr. Felix, so tell us.
Okay, according to my view, power depends on the level of ability and the nature of the person. When we see the leadership, more leadership, you could see some of the aspects which are totally similar with this president of ours of today, this president and the current president, Mr. Ruto, whereby can I say, whereby, for example, there's some of the things or programs this Mr. President, Mr. Ruto, maybe manage to come up nazo, to an extent zimekuwa successful, zinafanya maybe hata regime yake sinini isikuwa overpowered. Ama people to not maybe forget him that easily because of something which amefanya na yenye wengine hawakufanya. So these people at the same time they are trying to acquire more for their generation. Can I tell you? I'm very sure
trying to secure stuff for their generation, but their generation iko na mali.
Yes.
Whatever you're saying, they're trying to secure much and taking away from us for their own benefit.
Generation. In fact, not their own benefit, their own generation. Let me ask you. Suppose that I, as an individual, I have got almost 100 acres of land. Am I the only person who's going to use that land?
No.
I'm going to have either many families, or I'm going to. Okay, I'll make sure any person mwenye anazaliwa ambaye ni wa wetu ama kwangu
hata waiko na shida
hata waiko na shida. So these people, that is what they have already achieved. In fact, that is their aim.
Goal is the bucket list. And anaona nikisha kuwa president nichukue land Voi, nichukue land Ukambani, nichukue land huko, mtu wangu nimweke kwa government kwa ofisi fulani kwa hapa tu chini kidogo, mwingine hivyo. Once in the government, yes. Ni waike.
You have secured a future.
You have secured. So to their family, they are heroes.
Yeah.
Mimi ndo mnaona you buy because angekuwa wewe ungetaka upewe 100 million
kabisa.
You know, we are talking because tuko hapa nje because sisi we're not getting these things, yes?
Yeah.
So so you know, let me tell you one thing, yes? These people, I think like right now I will Mr. Felix, you're from Kisii, yes?
Yes.
And Kisii nasikia says is not a good place to be. Nasikia Kisii kumejaa uchafu. Apparently I'm hearing that that is not a good place to be. Like ukiongea kidogo kuna mtu ambaye anaitwa Joseph huko is like the ant-man of that governor. You talk bad, you're done with. So tell us about that, Mr. Felix.
Wait, what do you want me to talk about?
The governance in Kisii right now ni kama ya Ruto saa ina ni kama ya nani. Tell us what is going on down there. And any cases in Kisii right now, tell us what's going on there. Nasikia masoko hazijatolewa uchafu, ni kuchafu sana sahi. You know, and it's a thing actually watu wameshinda wakisema tuongelee hiyo issue, and I've been like we will talk about it. So mpaka sasa wametuma kwa like naona mko live, tell us about that of as we compare this governance, you know. What is happening? Mr. Felix from Kisii.
Anyway, according to my view, from Kisii we have no any problem. Only that every leader anakuanga na some of the limitations zenye zinamwandama, and nobody will ever avoid any challenge as long as you are a human being. Yes, the moment when ni mwanadamu, be sure with me there are some of the aspects of life that you cannot even try kuepa. So according to your question, let me go straight to the point. Kisii leadership is totally good. Have you ever realized that when you are a person who stands with the truth, you have a few friends?
Very few.
So Mr. Simbarati is doing his job really good.
You know what? I can appreciate that man because there are some of the things that was going on there, and he totally managed to put them into line. And I appreciate him. I'm very sure those people who are complaining are those people who wanted to have a payslip without and sincerely. Okay, I'm not behind this man.
No, if you're behind, it's okay. Unajua, it's okay. You know, tell us, kazi endelee kwa vizuri, useme kazi kwa vizuri. Then we move on to the
Wait. I'm not supporting
the
same person. But the fact is that man is a man of no word and is a man of no nonsense.
So
yes, he cannot give you money na hujafanya kazi. Na hiyo ndio kitu watu wanataka. Let me ask you. Amekuja hospitali usiku. Sijui mbona watu, I don't know why people cannot even talk about that. Amekuja hospitali usiku, anapata daktari amelala na mgonjwa anaumia. Clip iko.
I'll search for it.
Yes. Anapata mgonjwa anaumia na daktari amelala. Analeta daktari mbio. Hiyo si kazi.
Ni kazi anafaa kunafanya.
Hizo swali jingine. Kuna contractors wengi wenye walipatiwa kazi wafanye. They were given everything that they needed to start their projects. You see? Not during his time. The other person during the other person's time. So these people never completed the work. But all the resources that they needed to complete the work, they were already they were granted everything.
Yeah,
you understand? Now that Simbarati ameingia kwa governance, these people wanted money to continue and complete all the projects that they were working on. Let me ask you, where was the money? Okay, where did they take where did they take the money they were given it before? Yes. Aya, they want more. Na ile kazi yenye walikuwa wamefanya walipatiwa na yule mwenye alikuwa kwa ofisi hawakumaliza. Unaona, walifanya maybe lakini hawakumaliza. Sawa. Alafu wanakuja kudemand for more money for them to complete those projects. Let me ask you, where did they take the money?
The first contract ilienda wapi pesa?
Where did they nobody knows.
Okay.
Barati amekuja kufuatilia all the records, amewafagilia wote nje. Amebuka mbaya. According to you, hiyo kitu ni kitu mbaya?
No, it's not bad.
Niko na another nini?
Example.
Amekuja kwa ofisi amepata madrivers wako 200. Gari ni 20. Sawa?
Aish.
Na madrivers wako kwa? Madrivers wako kwa payslip. Ndio? Amesema hao watu wote waende nyumbani. Wachache wamebaki kushughulikia hiyo okay, to give their services to the county. My question is, hiyo ni vibaya?
No. No.
Hao watu 200 hiyo pesa
ni ghost workers.
Wait. Yes, hao watu 200 hiyo resources zenye wanatumia sini za account. Haya. Amefanya vibaya, si ndio? Lakini kwa hao wenye wameenda nyumbani, obvious nani ni mbaya?
Yeah.
You people, according to your information, according to your information, ni nini hiyo mumeambiwa huyo mtu amefanya kibaya tu?
No, me actually so some of people are like, so you talking a political channel. Ukisi ni kuchafu saa hii, unaona, sijui, apparently I won't get into that because that will be personal, but they're talking, but as long as there's a person, so people from Kisii, you guys comment, but kuna mtu ambaye anasema mtu anafanya kazi na mtu akifanya kazi atakikani. So we were comparing President Ruto and more leadership, no tukaingia kwa leadership.
Yeah.
So niambie, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, so as I was saying, if we look at President Moi's leadership very well, with keen eyes, not with just the eyes of he was a tyrant, we can see that except for some few privileges, Moi's leadership was a great one. Just that some few privileges were not there for us as Kenyans.
Yes.
And the fact that he did not respect the right for life, right for speech,
yes,
and right for one to give themselves.
He was a humanitarian, but he was a patriotic leader,
and he was a great leader. And people, I don't think people cried for hunger in his time.
No,
there was maziwa ya Nyayo. Right now, Ruto anaambia watu ati wanunue atawatuletea inaitwaje fertilizer. He is a farmer. Fertilizer Raila told us tunapewa bure.
Na ikakuja ikauzwa.
Inauzwa. What kind of country is that?
Yes.
Even if you are making money, at least agriculture is where that money comes from. He should not do that. And in the government of Moi, milk was there. Let Ruto make sure that there is something. Moi had milk, Kibaki had free education. Uhuru had what? Uhuru came with this free hospital plans. Ruto, will Ruto just be known for all the bad and negative things?
You know, let me tell you one thing. There are people right now who see the good things that Moi did. Yes. For those years, there are people who really benefited from free education.
Yeah.
From free that education ilikuwa ni quality. CBC, it was like CBC, that education.
Yeah.
And people used to come out of primary school na wangeandikwa atakuwa walimu
Kabisa.
because that education was top notch. To see to the bad things.
Yeah.
Now Mr. Ruto and Uhuru, well, they brought it back, okay? And there are people who are seeing the good things that Mr. Ruto is doing. Kuna watu ambao walisema wana benefit from Asila Fund. Unaona?
Yeah.
Kuna watu ambao wanaona wamefanyika mambo wenye watu wamepelekwa majuu, makazi ya kwa majuu, they are happy for it.
Yeah.
But obviously there'll always be a side, this positive side and a bad side, the yin yang.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So tell us, Mr. Felix, what do you think about this? Kuna vitu vizuri ambavyo mwa walivyofanya, si ndio? Lakini kuna vitu walivyofanya vibaya. Sasa why do people always just focus on the bad things, not the good ones, the negativity?
Not only focusing on bad things, truly these people, nilisema mara ya kwanza, they have got their own limitation, and at the same time wako na some of the achievements zenye wamefanya nini, and I'm very sure kuna kitu moja yenye Ruto amefanya mzuri yenye watu hawajaona. You are going to see it later on, but not now. You will never see the importance of what you have until you lose it.
Until you lose it. Unaki uzuri mpaka we lose.
So, but according to me,
so what are those good things that he has done?
Who?
Mr. Ruto.
Mr. Ruto.
Yes. Asa waniambia kuna vitu vizuri ambavyo wamefanya lakini huvijui. But
Okay.
vipo.
Moja alileta ile nini ya Hustler Fund.
Ambayo imesaidia a lot of businesses.
Yes. Isaidia watu.
Yes.
Yona kina mama wana nini? Kina mama wanaenda wanachukua loan ya 500, wananunua nayo vitunguu kidogo tu. Wanauza, anapata kafaida. Atumie hiyo pesa yenye amepata, anarudisha,
anapata 1,000.
Anapata 1,000. Anaenda ana expand hivyo.
Na bado nilisikia watu wakisema haupati.
Aje?
Ukilipa limit in the same too.
Hapana, maybe wakati I don't know why, because I never used that platform fully. Not only fully, but I never used it in fact. But that was one of the platforms zenye alileta zikasaidia kidogo.
Okay.
The same as President Moi. Yeye alijaribu kidogo, hadi ninakumbuka nikiwa primary we could even some milk to drink during break time. Unaona? Pia yeye alichangia sana kukuza kilimo. Kwa kunufaisha wakulima. Yenye metosha the whole country. Unaona?
Yes.
So alipeana in fact there was kuna advantage fulani kubwa hapo. Alisaidia mahali watu walikuwa wanaumia njaa. Unaona? Na maziwa.
Na wakuwa na chakula hizo masiku.
Na najaribu kukufanya waelewe kitu hapa. President Moi alijaribu kufanya nini? Alipeana support through milk yenye angelisha wanafunzi shuleni. Unajua there are some of the families that students could get out of their homes without taking anything during
so milk was enough. So milk was
sawa, kifika shule mtoto hata akona morali ya kwenda shule. Anakimbia na kunywa maziwa wakati break time imefika, na hizi strain tena. So unapata hata ile njaa yenye ilitoka nayo kwao at least imepungua. That is one of the best advantage. President Moi alikuza education through that milk. Mtoto angekuwa na appetite ya kukaa nyumbani kwa sababu anajua shuleni pia angepata some of the comfort zone. Yani angepata some of the comfort. Gani? Anapata appetite ya kwenda shule kwa sababu ya maziwa labda. Na through that eti ameenda shule kwa sababu ya maziwa, mtoto ashalani kitu mpya class.
Okay,
yeah, so by that it is true. And my mother used to tell me my church studies that shule ingine walikuwa naenda because of the sugar. Walikuwa na
they were taking to school for sugar.
Yeah,
and I heard the missionaries were walikuja.
Yeah.
Walikuwa wanapeaga mababu tobacco and sugar.
Yeah.
That is what babu yako alikubali slavery huko.
That is why that is why our grandmothers went to school.
Imagine for sugar.
My grandmother used to tell me, sisi wacha nyinyi mnaenda shule bure, sisi tulikuwa tunapewa skari na tulisoma. Masomo haikuwa, these days they say enye imeongezwa maji, haikuwa imeongezwa. Yeah, it was concentrated
Britain kind of education. Yes,
yeah.
Let me tell you,
where a door was called a door, not a door.
You know what, bro? The funny thing is that not only President Moi being a good leader, there are some of the achievements which Kenya had. Look at the economy of Kenya during that time. The economy of Kenya was very strong, and I'm very sure if you can recall, kama wengine wenu mulikuwa mlishajikuwa wakubwa by that time. That time there was a lot of movement countrywide yenye inahusiana na business. Unaona? Corruption haikuwa juu vile
kama vile sahi corruption.
I
remember by that time, that was the time we could use even a cent as part of the
those 50 cents
kind of thing. Cents.
Yeah.
Zulfa, when I have got 1 shilling, I can go to market center
acha sasa, but it is
and
true
do something else
with that shilling. I right now that 1,000
yes
unanunua tukaunga
na unafea kwenda home.
When you have 1,000 you can slap somebody and pay the person,
umpe tu vichwani,
mwambie sasa nimekuslap chukua. But during the okay, as we are speaking right now, Mr. President Ruto's era is totally difficult. A little bit.
Our lives are getting higher and higher.
It is a little bit hard because this is now the time we came to know that there is existence of something that we never knew before.
And Gen Alpha,
yes,
who are coming.
Yes. Let me remind you people. President Moi, I wish people could
not see only his tyrant era and see him as a person. Yes, because I remember I saw the books of my I told you that my mom, they had a business, and I saw the books, the bookkeeping, because she used to do the bookkeeping for her dad. Yes, and I told you like 50 bob, a whole shop 50 bob inajaza hapo stock. And you know it was like wholesale shops.
Yeah.
They are called Evo too.
Yeah, wholesale too.
Yeah. And I saw that bundle, she had written bundle. Okay, it'll come with that book. Bundle ya unga ya chapo 0.03 something. Bundle Sumuni, and she told me that with 5 bob you would go to Mombasa and come back with 5 bob. She told me her first college house she paid like 81 bob, and it was like a 1-bedroom in Karen.
As I know that time, even the currency, the Kenyan currency and the Japanese currency was not even, in fact, was not far from our currency.
Now what happened?
Now that because you people you decided to vote in those that you are
with the emotions.
Yes.
So there are comments. Yes.
Yes.
And Anthony Mutunga says logged. Anthony is the man from Asubuhi, and by we thank you for your support. Asema during Moi's leadership, I remember the Kenyan school equipment scheme. We never used to buy books, desks, PE equipment. But that's true. Yeah. But right now, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she told me that a child anaenda shule SG whatever next year, and she has to buy like vitu, a lot of things.
Nizo vitu nashangaa.
It's a lot of, it's like you're going to high school.
Yeah. And you know, huyo mtoto anaanza shule.
Ndo anaanza. And that becomes so difficult for a mother who is starting, ama a parent who is starting school, and maybe you're not stable. Because kila sasa kama venye life imeshafika mali shafika, unapata we know really then it's not good. And then our parents used to go, unapata kila kitu yuko pale already. You just take your child to school. Ndio maana nilikuwa nasikia kama mtrendi shule basi mnashikwa. Kwa nini? Sababu there's nothing you're paying. Ilikuwa ni bure. Even Kibaki's era, education ya kulima imeanza tu juzi na uhuru.
Yeah.
So it is not a good time. It is not a good time at all. So again, I repeat and say that Kenya News Alert is your partner when it comes to your advertisement. There's a number pale kwenye screen yako, chukua hiyo number, piga simu, ongea na producer wetu. The team of Kenya News Alert is top tier. Okay, so we have like roughly 5 minutes to finish this. So tell us as we wrap up this.
Okay. There is something that we do not know about Mr. Moi. And it is that he was hospitalized under critical condition.
When?
In October 2019. And the Nairobi hospital due to complications of pleural effusion. Yeah, and he was discharged in November 2019 only to be hospitalized again days after for knee surgery. That is not because that he of old age. It is because of karma and the things that are paid back here on earth. Before your time is
but
up.
then let me ask a question. Where did this person come from? Because sasa hebu nikuulize, mbona haikuja kuwa ndo Mr. Baba Raila alikufa lini?
19
Was it before or after Jomo Kenyatta?
After Jomo Kenyatta.
After Jomo Kenyatta.
Yeah.
Was he the vice president?
Yeah, he was.
Mbona basi hakupata hiyo kiti?
Because okay, in that when I was doing history, niliambiwa walikuja kukakuwa mzozano baina ya Raila, baina ya Jaramogi Oginga na bwana rais mstaafu hayati mzee Jomo Kenyatta. Because the lands that were taken by the British, Mr. Kenyatta wanted to kept them for himself, not wanted. He kept them for himself and he gave his people. But Raila's father wanted the land.
No, that is the Koinange family where he married from the after he came, he married a daughter from the chief Koinange, which that one made the Memos really upset.
Yeah. So he was like, he gave the people his people lands that belonged to a different culture, different societies in Kenya. And that is when the conflict between him and his vice president by then, Jaramogi Oginga, started. That is why the vice president wrote the book, Not Yet Uhuru. There is this book for Jaramogi called Not Yet Uhuru. I once heard it, but
so these people they were done bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Felix. We have only 2 minutes, so let us wrap up this. So if you want to know more about Mr. Moi, you go and you research, because we should know as a people of Kenya, we should know about our history. Then that way, our because they know what happened, what went down.
Yeah.
You see, atujui what went down because we ignored to know these things, and tunachukua information hata atujui because these people did something. Yeah, no one is perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to you introduce you mseme majina zenu and then we close up the show. We call it a day. Yes.
Yeah. To my darling viewers, my name is Lewis Philip. You can find me on TikTok, Facebook as Grand Duke. And as you know, as always, I wish you a good day with full of blessings, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Enjoy, mkule vizuri, be merry and all that. If you don't see me, you know, as always, good morning, good afternoon and good evening.
Lenz and Felix here. Happy to be with you. Nasemaje virtually. When you can see somebody live but you cannot touch them.
Virtually.
Anyway, thank you so much. And it's my pleasure. Guys, my
You're
host
welcome.
is Wolfa
You're welcome.
and Lewis. But the fact is, we need to have a discussion for our own enlightenment. Thank you so much.
Okay, so so you guys are going to meet here tomorrow 8 to 9 with a political show, and we have promised that we're going to go tujue kuhusu story of vaccine. We must know, we must go talk to the farmer, so we'll have that tomorrow. So what you can say is Merry Christmas and Happy holidays, yes?
Yeah.
I'm your host, House of Zulfa. This has been Government and History at Kenya News Alerts, and bye-bye.